The group stages in the men's competition are officially signed, sealed, and delivered, and we are in business. It's time for high stress, high tension, high stakes basketball as the Elite Eight, if you'd like, the top 8 teams in this AfroBasket Under 18 take a step closer to the summit. It's the quarterfinals of the FIBA Under 18 AfroBasket, and Cameroon and Morocco, they are set to take to the floor to do battle. The administrative capital of South Africa, Tshwane. That's where it's been going down here. Rembrandt Hall has been playing host to all 13 scintillating days of basketball action. Quinton Denason alongside Tsakani Ngobeni, and Tsakani, this should be a very interesting, well, we've seen it, never mind interesting, this is going to be a battle.
Days like this is why we play, why we enjoy watching these young men play. The cream of the crop has risen. They want to compete, they're here to compete, and they've done nothing but that, Quinton.
Egypt are the defending champions of the tournament and will certainly look to replicate the success they've attained by clinging to the title that they fought for in Madagascar. Ranked 23rd in the world and 3rd in Africa, Senegal have never won a title, and they'll be looking to ascend to the summit for the first time in the competition. The road to the championship, however, goes through Cairo, and that is what looks this Senegalese West African team in the face. Now when you geographically have a look at what's been happening, Egypt, of course, northernmost country in Africa with 111 million population. Senegal, to the west of Africa, the westernmost country, 17.32 million people. And population size doesn't matter. These are the 12 best young athletes on the floor. And we get into the nitty-gritties. But before that, everybody in the stadium will rise for the national anthems.
Please remain standing for the national anthem of Egypt.
Rousing national anthems has led us to the start of this third quarterfinal. We've already seen Cameroon and Morocco pick up their places and book their semi-final spots in the final four of this year's FIBA AfroBasket competition. Looking to advance here, the two teams that we see before us. It's the Young Pharaohs and the Young Lions of Teranga. Egypt 2-1 in group play. 70-57 their win was, but before that, our officials for the game, Imad Riosh, David Manuel, and Imin Tami out of Algeria, David Manuel out of Angola, 3 officials in charge of this competition. That win over Nigeria, a win over a loss over Angola, and it led them to a 2-1 record. Now, when you have a look at Senegal, they have the same 2-1 record. It was a single loss to the Mali team in their group, in what was considered a group of death, and then a win over Cote d'Ivoire and Cameroon. It was a tough road, and some would say a tougher road for Senegal to get into the quarterfinals, and it should be very interesting. Senegal, 63.7 points per game and 47 rebounds. They're 8th in all the group, but let's have a look at the starting five.
We have Boissy, Sene, Sambe, Betie, and Ayaka Diop coming in strong for the Senegal team.
Yakia Diop, 20 minutes and a game for just 4.7 rebounds. He'll have to be a little bit more active on the floor, one would guess. And Sir P, Denise Archivon, he leads the troops. He led Senegal to the Under-19 World Cup and had their team trying to compete. They're trying to replicate that success and see if he can take this young team to their first championship in the Under-18 level.
And for Egypt, we have Hassim, the captain, Mofawak, Kershaw, Fadi, and Omar Hassan starting for the Egyptians.
On that starting five, the impressive Omar Essam took part of the BWB camp earlier this year. Ahmed Alaji, he is in charge, and that surprising loss over Angola, or from Angola, might have sent some shockwaves into the Egyptian camp, because the defending champions, not easily rattled. Can they pick themselves up and pick up a win is a question. For Senegal, it is, can they overcome some adversity and take down maybe the favorites in this game? And I think Senegal come in as slight underdogs just on basis of history.
Basis of history. Also mentioning BWB, Hassan, Shanine, and Essam all were in attendance for Egypt. And for Senegal, it was Betie and Tiam playing strong, all with experience, looking to show what they've learned in the camp.
Sene, he's on shot there. He's 15.8 minutes for his 6 points a game. Historically, in the head-to-head of this competition, it's 3-1 in favor of Egypt. The only win for Senegal was in the knockout phases, and that was in 2018. In the semi-final, they picked up a 91-82 win. 2020 was the last time they played in this competition. It was a 75-65 win for the Young Pharaohs. So history on the side of the Young Pharaohs, the Lions of Teranga, and coach Sir P. Denis Archivon. He is going to have his work cut out for him, but already we've had two very intriguing quarterfinals, the third one on the way. Mohamed Hussein, he leads scoring for the Egyptians on his 12 points per game, 80% from the free throw line. An area of concern that might be at the back of the mind, Coach Ahmed Alaji, is the fact that they're only shooting 44% throughout the tournament from the charity stripe, and that leaves them 10th in the tournament.
Speaking of areas of concern for Coach Aljari, defense, the fast break. Senegal is getting 14 points off their defensive fast points and 23 points off turnovers. So they need to be able to take care of the ball for Egypt and make sure you're making precise passes, looking to score, and just looking to overall take care of the ball.
Now, I know we have our thoughts on the game, but share your thoughts as well. You can find us on social media on the various platforms. It's hashtag FIBA U18 AfroBasket. Hashtag Meet Africa's Future Champions. On X and Instagram, we are Next Gen Hoops, and if you want to stay updated with all the latest insights and analytics, it's FIBA.basketball. That's where you find out what's happening on the ground and which are the players and teams to look out for as we head into the final 3 days of competition. For tomorrow, semifinals and the finals taking place on Saturday, but only thing that lies ahead is the next 40 minutes for these 12 players who will take to the floor, these 10 players that will take to the floor and offer us some of the finest basketball action on the continent. All the players, coaches, officials ready. Code Mbenge. So keep an eye on him inside the paint. 7 points, 8 boards. Well matched up against Omar Ali with his 8.7 points and 8 rebounds. On paper, little to choose between the two teams. It is Egypt's basketball as this one starts off. Hussein looking to really dictate and control the pace and tempo. They got some really experienced and two of the best backcourt players arguably on the floor here in Hussein and Shaheen. Pass gets picked off. Almeida. Sene. Almeida driving on the baseline, kicking out. He'll get it back, short corner, and the 3-ball comes off the rim. Quickly out in transition are the Egyptians. Quick ball movement, finds the open shot from the 3-point line, and it's Risks who gets us off and running.
And shooting from outside is definitely going to open the inside paint because they get most of their points of second chance opportunities. So establishing an outside presence is key so early.
25.6% they are. They take about 30 shots a game, make the most. The third most threes in the competition, 7 threes made. Inside they look now, Mbenge. The lefty will spin, turn and fire. That comes off the rim. So a couple of scoreless possessions here for Senegal to start out. Hussein. Drop-off pass as well. Picked up and nice control there from Ali.
Hussein and I to watch out for. He needs a man in front of him at all given times because he's looking to score, he's looking to create. And if you make him function or play at his comfort level, he's just asking for a long day from him.
One of the more spoken about point guards because of the way that he controls the pace and tempo of the game and also his 3-level scoring. Pass inside Mbenge, getting some usage early. Goes to the turnaround, jump shot, and it's good.
And big guys getting comfortable is exactly what you need from Senegal to utilize that size of theirs inside the paint. They are the slightly bigger team.
Off and running now. Senegal picking up their first 2 points. Hussein. Quick pass, nice ball movement, and that's exquisite play there from Egypt. Ali finishing off a very pretty play. Almeida. Now being front guarded is Mbenge. The pass picked off. They get a chance to go out on the fast break. Wow, blows the dunk. Risk, maybe too casual. Chance goes to begging. Nonetheless, a quick opportunity to reply. Rebound into the hands of the young Pharaohs. Spills. And out of control. We've seen a series of crazy plays and Tiam can't hold it, and it goes out of bounds.
Looks like moves are being made in the mind and not on the court. The ability to execute and be efficient is going to be critical, and it's happy that they get the nerves out the way in the first couple of minutes of the court and just continually get better.
Yeah, that might be the first sign of some nerves. Risk. Hussein. There's some really good movement around the zone. There's the 3-ball again. This one comes off the front iron. They've been almost too comfortable against the zone in possession. Trying to attack on the drive. Sene off the foot it comes, and that run think. Last touch. Al Halawani.
Defense from Egypt not too aggressive, giving them space to actually operate, look for moves, but I prefer that Egypt keeps them outside the paint and has them shooting, looking to drive, than to actually have them do work inside the paint.
Sene. A counter zone here by the young Pharaohs. 3-ball shot. Try to wrestle back, and Benge does some good work to secure the possession back. He will elevate again, but he goes right left. Picks up the board, tries to find his shot, and misses, and it goes right out of bounds.
And both teams have done well to limit each other's second chance opportunities, but with effort, Bennett got that one, and they need to curb that as soon as possible.
Al Halawani. Only been used for about 8 minutes a game throughout the first 3 group stages, so getting a start, being allowed to feel the burn, and this might be a move based on that loss to Angola in the final game of group play.
And El Hawani is more of a controlling, play-running point guard compared to Hussein. Hussein is attack first, pass second point guard, so coach giving them 2 different looks to operate from on the floor.
Low scoring first 4 minutes. This one should be quite well contested. There's only a 2-point differential in the average scoring. 65 points a game for Egypt, 63 for for Senegal. Ati Almeida's runner off the rim. And now a chance to push up in transition. Hussein. Picked up and guarded by Tiam. Back he comes. He'll fire from super long range. Rattles off the board, and there is battle up for the board inside, and a little bit of flexing as Ali
averaging 8 points, 8 rebounds, is a tremendous handful in the paint. So anyone guarding him knows they've got the handful, and hence the competition trying to get that ball.
Pass picked off. Nice read. Sene. Step through is good, and that's great anticipation. He goes up under and in.
Composure and just getting it done, moving away from the sides and just using the rim to protect himself.
Well, a quick step back 3 is good. Risk. Takes the risk, and he hits the shot.
A calculated risk, we should say.
Hussein. He goes left. That one well contested. It's still controlled though by Egypt. Out it goes. Risk will fire another 3 off, and it's good. Goes back to back, and now Egypt free flowing, and they take a 7-point lead.
And shooting outside early, the whole team is going to rub off and look to hit those threes. Senegal needs to restrict that outside attack from Egypt.
Almeida's quick reply comes off the front of the rim. Trying to get a significant scoring run here. Hussein. The kick to the corner. There's time, space, but comes off the metal. Egypt really controlling space, time, and tempo in the first 6 minutes of this game. Tiam attacking. Nice runner, draws contact, and you'll get 2 points.
When Senegal has put their head down and tried to get to the rim, it has ended up with 2 points, a foul, or a very good shot attempt. But when they start moving the ball around and not actively looking to attack, they do not get the desired result.
So Ali and the red hot shooting hand of risk go off for Coach Al-Gahi. And Tiam. Off he goes. Pite, he comes in.
extended man-to-man approach, trying to get the ball flying, get it moving from Senegal.
Essam. Now they look to attack inside the paint too, well defended. The block is picked up. Looking to put some work in Mbenge. Well, again try, this time fading away from the elbow. Radar off. Hussein kicks again. Time, space. This one falls, and the perimeter is starting to feel like it's precipitating as they get another one to fall in. El Halawani.
Hussein using himself as a distraction to his team. They know who's the initiator, so they look to stop him initially, but he's got the court vision to find his teammates, and they are rewarded with a 3.
Some good shooting here by the young Pharaohs in this opening quarter. Open shot on the baseline is good, and it's flowing. Hit there, Bite hits the 3.
Bite, good guy off the bench, steals, defense, he just knows how to do it all. 4 steals in the previous games, and he can just impact the game any way possible when he steps in.
Hussein's first attempt at flowing in the offense. Back and forth we go. It was a little bit tight defensively in the first 8 minutes, but it's opened up. They have numbers. Pull up, comes off the back iron. Brings a little bit of a breather. Fadi. Misses the intended recipient. Ball goes out. Poor pass, really.
Both teams have been fumbling, coughing the ball up, unnecessary turnovers, especially at this caliber, this deep in the tournament. You know your game, you know each other's movements, so you should always be anticipating the ball and ready to catch and contribute.
Sene off as well as Hussein. Coaches now starting to run their rotations, and now we've also seen change in defense. High press comes in. Boissy. Benge really is trying to find his offense. The nice board and count the bucket. Bite in again.
Bite just has a knack for finding where the action is offensively but defensively. Just always roaming around the rim. Just crashes in for an offensive second chance opportunity and puts it back and gets an and 1.
Fadi forced into the foul, and the fight is back on. Five points to lead the Senegalese. That is Cheikh Bite. Shaheen. Again, fantastic ball movement. Fadi! Can't finish. Mbenge with the board. Quick transition pull-up. Chased down by Mbenge, handed right into the hands of Al Halawani. Slight numbers advantage, but that is the handle that gets away from Al Halawani. Numbers mismatch up top, they go! And Mbenge unlocks the code again, flushes it home.
Unlock, more like smashes the code down home to give his team a nice energetic boost and get the crowd involved.
Back within a single possession. 3 ball. Well, they've looked better passing the ball, have Egypt, but the effectiveness here out on the open floor, at where you find it up top. The code Mbenge flushes it down.
I mean, just good team communication and just playing well together.
Once again, the bank is open, and Cheikh Bite take about 8 first quarter points, and Senegal pick up a 1-point lead.
And when you come off the bench, you need to be as ready and impactful as Bite, just scoring, and it all starts with him on defense, and it feeds off his offense and gives his team the needed energy boost off the bench.
Well, we're into the final 10 seconds. It's 2 seconds on the shot clock, and it won't count. Push off called, and Shaheen, or travel call rather, and Shaheen turns that one over. Final 10 seconds of an exciting first quarter. looking to work. And draws the foul, captain George Boissy. Still 1 second left. It's changed the mood here around the Egyptian bench. This fight back from Senegal in the first quarter. Their captain Boissy hits a free throw.
And coach rightfully upset because you've led the whole quarter, you've played well. However, the addition of Britier coming in has changed the whole flow and dynamic of the game.
Up they go by 3. And it's not going to be enough time for Shaheen and Egypt to try and level this one up. So tale of 2 5 minutes. The second 5 minutes dominated by the Lions of Teranga, and they pick up a 3-point lead. What a fascinating first quarter. So at the end of 1, it's Egypt 16, Senegal 19. Egypt led by as much as 7. The fight back by the Lions of Teranga at the end of the first. And it should be a fascinating second quarter. If the first one was anything to go by.
And as expected, it's a game of adjustments. Both coaches need to make necessary adjustments, keep the players who contribute, and make sure when you come off the bench you were impactful like Britier did for Senegal.
Boissy on the first turnover of the second half, the second quarter. Benge. His baby runner falls in, soft touch with the left hand.
Floater attacking the paint is going to be essential, and the team that has most production in there is going to have the best results. That and controlling the ball to the game.
He's already taken 7 shots. He's got 6 points, Kodum Benge. 3 comes off the front line. Al Halawani chases it down and picks up the rebound again. Time for a reset. Hussein lobs it in. 3 defenders around him. It's well contested, and Mawafak can't get that to go.
Mawafak essential alongside Ashran to attack the paint, to attack the shot blockers of Senegal, for them to be influential and effective in the paint.
Just 1 second left here on the shot clock. It's got to go quickly, and that's not going to be quick enough. Shot clock violation. So maybe some poor awareness there, game awareness by the Egyptians over Assam. He catches the ball, but doesn't get the shot off quickly. So it's conversation there between Sir Denisio Ajivant and David Manuel. Senegal can extend out to tie the largest lead of the game. They had a 7-point deficit out in the first quarter. FIBA elevates high for the three. The battle inside, and some good boxing out there by Assam.
I mean, you gotta attribute Bengwe just being aggressive, being tenacious on the paint, and having to be boxed out, because the traits of the tournament, everyone has just been trying to out-jump each other.
Well, the crowd's starting to fill up, and Senegal have certainly found some support here in the Jacaranda city. And they certainly do also have a band of traveling followers here on the break. Up it goes, the follow is missed. Bite goes to ground. Egypt have a numbers mismatch. Still hasn't returned as Bite. The wide open shot is capitalized on, and Risk back in. He picks up another 3 points.
And it's just the effectiveness of being 5-on-4. Bite down, but the team Egypt moving the ball around and settling for a very good shot.
Bite trying to make amends. Shot is blocked, and well blocked. Kodum Benge. Some nice defense to secure the possession here for Senegal. It's a high tension, high pressure game. Still into the 2-3 zone. Go Egypt.
In that 2-3 zone to force them to shoot and to clog up the middle so that there's no inside attack, there's no one-on-one. The help is near, so you're forced to make decisions and shoot from outside.
They're on the turn, and Benge, the ball goes out of bounds. They only had 1 second on the shot clock. In a little bit of trouble. Nadal. First bit of action on the floor. One of the 5 players who took part in the Basketball Without Borders camp on the 2 separate teams. Nadal. Risk. It's been unstoppable. Assam will rise up and connect, and another 3. Wow!
And top of the key is open. Just movement and hitting your shots when you need to is going to be key for them keeping this lead.
Well, right now the weather report says it's raining 3s on the side of Egypt. That's a nice make. They make their 6th 3 in this contest. 6 of 11. Benge try to power up.
Smart play by Benge, just elevating to the body of Assam to lure the official into calling that, because Assam effective in the paint, sharp block with defense, and 3-point sniper, top of the key when he's on offense.
But he uses that left hand to great effect. Kodum Benge averaging 19 minutes throughout group play. 7 and 8, that's what he's had. Struggled a little bit inside the field at just around 37%. But one thing he has done pretty well is shoot the free throw, and hope I'm not putting the markers on him, but at 75% through competition. Misses that one. And Senegal have shot it at 59% from the free throw line throughout the competition.
And that's just a place they can improve on, and he does hit that one. Making free throws, the deeper you go into the tournament, are going to have to count for you and not against you.
Ties it up. We're at 22 apiece. Nadal kicks to the corner. Hussein rises up. And this time Kodum Benge uses all 6'11" of that frame to pick up the rebound. So, Senegal on the attack.
2-3, looking like a 2-1-2 to keep the feet in the paint, to keep the help near, and to settle for that long-range shooting.
Banging into the body of Essam. Well contested, forces the miss. It gives Egypt a chance. They have numbers. Poised and patient. Hussein. The shot came from Shaheen. Benge clears again.
Benge is just everywhere with the glasses. He just is headhunting that ball.
3-ball reply. Faba finds the touch and he extends the Senegal lead. This is some really great shooting by these two teams.
And Faba shooting like that opens it up even more for Benge, because now the zone has to be extended, freeing up the paint and allowing Benge to operate from within.
3 of 7 from the three-point line. Risk. Lengthy on that shot, but the rebound controlled by Hussein. Shaheen. Rocks the defense, and it falls in. Everything falling, going the way of the Egyptians from the outside.
This is one of those games where coach says, let them shoot us out the zone. If they shoot well, we lose well. Both coaches going against the game plan. The 3-ball is falling for both teams.
Already 7 threes made. And now the drive. Diam trying to get inside the paint.
Both teams currently shooting. Egypt is shooting 46% from 3-point, while Senegal is shooting 42% from free throws. So both perfect arc, good flow, winning the rhythm of the game. It's nothing but net.
Sticking right around the average. They 30 attempts a game. They've taken 15 already. They make 7 of those 15, and that's pretty much kept the Pharaohs in this one. Senegal throughout the tournament play have really just been more selective in their attempts from the perimeter. They take about 10 less and they only make around 5 a game.
When you have Mbengo on your team, no need to shoot as much as threes as you have. He's a ball cleaner. He's just going up there, getting double-doubles. So I understand why they would shoot a lesser percentage and settle more for the inside presence.
2 free throws good. 27-25. Now a change on the side of the defense here by Senegal. Just a little higher up on the zone. Zone press. Pass off. Shot clock violation comes before the shot by Risk.
The switch of defense, man to zone, disallowing Egypt time to make the necessary adjustment and go into the zone offense. Attribute that to coaching strategy and just being aware, situational awareness on the floor.
Well matched up they are, showcasing some really high quality basketball in a fantastic contest. Pass in. Diop will turn and fire. Skying high is Nadal to clean up. Now the drive. Nadal, catch, shoot, and hits. There is some cheering, there is a lot of joy, and Nadal finds his touch.
That percentage will continue to go up, especially in the flow. Some his teammates looking for shooters, and what does shooters do? Shooters gonna shoot.
Shooters will stay shooting. Egypt 8 made threes in the first half. Nadal with his first baseline drive, pushed out in a deflection by Nadal. Only used for 12 minutes a game. Nadal is averaging 3 points a game, but those are 3 important ones in a game that has the highest pressure and the most implication. Time winds down, and shot clock violation it is. Nice defensive possession for the young Pharaohs.
Situational awareness, keeping your head and eyes on the clock to know whether you shoot, pass, or start a play afresh. So a tough loss for Senegal with the turnover.
Back and forth we go. It's a 1-point lead for Egypt as we have 3:09 left. The timeout is called on the floor. All you can ask for as a coach is for your players to deliver their best in a high-stakes game, and we've seen that from both of the teams so far in the first 20 minutes, and it's been fantastic basketball here in the AfroBasket.
You've been called up for your national team. Now it's time to show that you are the best of the best. Show up, especially at this point of the tournament.
Shahid. Inside drive, Al-Kadani. And another shot clock violation. Great defensive position, this time for Senegal.
And right now, everyone's looking for a good shot, forgetting to be aggressive towards the rim. So you need that scorer's mentality and not a passing, creative mentality to open it up again.
Senegal trying to keep this pendulum of leads changes happening on the floor alive. Boissy. The deceleration and the step through, he picks up his own miss and reset the shot clock. Sene. Bitey dips his shoulder and hands off to Diop. Close range, it won't go for Yakia Diop, picked up by Nadal. And Egypt spacing the floor, again a wide open three-pointer. Tap to Sam, and that's a good bit of awareness, and Nadal just taps the rebound to his big, and he gets either the score, but this time gets the free throw opportunity.
And it's the situational awareness, as you mentioned, is great, especially if the defense is moving and you know they're coming to box you out, you have the ball and tipping it up.
Diop, just off camera, has not gotten up off the floor after that attempt on the other side, so there'll be a forced change. Sambe in. See Diop taking a walk, looking a bit rattled. Essam did say that this is one area that Egypt has struggled throughout competition. They are 10th out of the 12 teams at 44% from the free throw line.
And Essam being a shooter, that needs to be a place where he gets his confidence, where he gets his flow and where he gets his rhythm.
Captain Boissy. Staying in the zone, Boissy is open. This shot. Sambe on the board and try to find Bitey on the baseline, last touch Nadal.
I mean, a pass in the paint is good, but a bucket is better. When you have your 2 feet in there, still have your dribble. Be aggressive, get to the rim, and don't settle for a close 5-foot pass.
Point game, 1:38 left. It's hashtag U18 AfroBasket. Timeout. Time back in, and this should be fascinating to see what was drawn up or whether there's a defensive change, but Sambe. 7 seconds on the clock. Bitey rises and hits. Nice long-range shooting and gets another one.
If you're going to draw up a play or have someone improvise, you know Bitey is going to be in that space and he will make the right decision.
Well, he has been red hot. 14 Bitey points in the first half. Behind the back. Nadal hit from there earlier. That one off to the wide and right, and Bite 2 long steps and is cleared out. Nadal will be credited with the block. Nice recovery.
Great read by Nadal, reading and reacting, knowing that Bite has the lanes filled as he goes ups and downs, surveys the floor. However, Nadal chases him down and just swats the ball out of his hands.
Just a correction, 11 Bite points in the first half. Sambe, first touch for him, and wow, up and over the defense, and the hook shot is good, and he draws the contact.
Samba very capable of being effective on the floor. Averages 12 points, 3 blocks, 1 steal, and 6 rebounds. So this is a game he should be stepping up, breaking out, and announcing himself to the rest of his continental competition.
66% on the interior. He is an 85% free throw shooter as he misses that one and can't complete the 3-point play. 4-point lead. It's 32-28 in favor of Senegal. Switch up on the D. Trying to work inside. There is some good pressure. 3 seconds left now on the shot clock, and Coach Al-Gahi will take a time to try and execute and get a good looking shot. What a contest. 30 seconds remain. It's 28-32 in favor of the Lions of Teranga. It's red hot here at Rembrandt Hall, and this quarterfinal between these two fine basketball playing nations has certainly lived up to its top billing.
Low scoring affair, only attributed to the tough defense and scouting that both teams have done, making anything and any opportunity more challenging and difficult.
Well, we'll see if Egypt can get something here. This is shot clock winds down. Gotta go quickly, and the travel call comes in, and I'm sure that that's not what was drawn up there on the sideline by Coach El-Gahi.
The beauty of having Samba in the paint means that you've got a rim protector. No one's going to try to do any action towards the rim, so everything's going to be played outwardly. Bitier and company are going to overpress, overplay, and make sure you make a mistake.
Yeah, 1 second differential between the shot and game clock. And it is Senegal, who I think will take this as deep into the shot clock as possible. Just the delay. Again, they've added another second, so the 2 second differential between shot and game clock. Still content to stay in their zone. Boissy. Benge feeds Sambe, goes up and under. Travel is called. So 2 travels. And again, Coach El-Gahi will call a timeout. And this time, maybe we'll see a better execution to try and close out. It's going to be important. It takes them back with within 1 possession or 1 point. So the ball starts on the baseline for the young Pharaohs. And the pressure is full court from the young Lions. Hussein. He had options. The pass was picked off. Now Pite pushed ahead, and the shot and the runner won't count, but the foul is called. And so 2 shots for Karasene, and he can extend the lead out. And you look at Hussein, he loses the handle, and it gives a chance here for Senegal to go out on the run, and the contact that comes in from risk.
The play was right. You do want the ball in the hands of Hussein. However, that defense just allowed him to cough it out.
So now there's a review. The instant replay system has been triggered, and what they want to ascertain here is whether the shot came in before the game clock had expired.
Should it be the shot or the foul? Because he might have been fouled in the act of shooting, and therefore the foul would be in the ground initiated, and he just continued to just play through.
You are in fact correct, and so the whole purpose of this is to just see if they got the whistle came just before the end of the game. The foul call will count. Can't change that aspect, but it's just to establish.
Was it before the act of shooting or during the act of shooting? You know what I'm saying? That's what we're trying to ascertain in the review.
Well, meanwhile, Pite is 11 points, 4 of 8. He's 3 of 4 from the three-point line. That leads the way for Senegal. Risk has 12 points and 4 of 6 from the three-point line, and we've seen some great long-range shooting in this one. 8 makes for Egypt in the first half, compared to the 4 of 9 from Senegal, and that was the theme, I think, throughout, while we wait for the refs to just ascertain and come to a decision around. Still, we continue to wait. It's been a struggle in the interior for Senegal at 25%. And this review system does take a little bit of time. The referees want to make sure they get this right. It's a high-stakes game, and this is a crucial point in the game. Referees have made the call, and the foul will not count. The whistle and the blowing of the whistle and the foul came after the game clock had expired, and so we will head into the second half, and that is what it's going to be. So a 4-point lead, that's what Senegal will take into the second half. So at halftime, it's Egypt 28, Senegal 32. Well, Cap City, yeah, Rembrandt Hall, the University of Pretoria. And it was a well-contested first half, 21 boards apiece, and very little to choose between the two teams as we set up here for the second half. Nice start. Sambe on the board and the finish.
Aggressive way to come out of the half, warming up and picking up where you left off. Senegal gonna be more intense, gonna be aggressive, and a charge offensive foul is called on Hassan.
Well, definitely what we've seen is a pickup of intensity and expected to be on both sides from both teams. A little bit of a dramatic end at the end of that second quarter. A foul call waved off. But all that a distant memory. New 10 minutes. Fresh start. Sene. Contested three. Essam with the rebound. Now Shaheen. Mawafak. Trying to find the red hot risk, and that goes out of bounds.
And it's just time, space, and opportunity, like you mentioned, Quentin. If you do not see it, create it. As Mawafak should actually be attacking the rim a little bit more and not just looking to create, because he's highly capable of putting points on the board as well.
De Almeida. Sene. Second long-range shot that comes off on the long board. Shaheen. Risk. Hits another. Well, picking up where he left off. And the radar is certainly focused in. Long-range rocket falls for Risk.
And there's nothing better than a shooter running to his hotspot, knowing where he can get that shot off in time.
Essam slips, cleared out by Mbenge into the path of Shaheen. Again, another block. The length here of Senegal becoming a problem. Sembe gets the block and gets the bucket. Wow, defense to offense, great play.
I mean, way to read and react on defense and not just give up as he gets the ball outlets by himself and then just takes Hassan out to the park for that 2-point.
Nice bit of individual play. Sambe. And really since that injury to Diop and Sambe had to come in, he's had a solid impact on the floor for Senegal and has given them just an extra scoring option on the inside.
And just the ability to detest and block that shot from afar and not go at the shooter but the ball and then run the floor. His contributions on offense and defense since Diop stepping out has just been incrementally getting better every time he gets time on the floor.
Perfect 3 for 3 from the field. Osenu Sambe gets the 3-point play. And he's quickly up to 7 points. Hussein. Sene, last touch. 14 seconds on the shot clock, and it's been Senegal who I think have paced this third quarter just a little bit better.
Came out, they're reading, they're reacting, they're not forcing anything, playing to the flow of the game, into the flow of the game rather.
Risk. They push out now on the shooters. That is a long, almost logo 3 from Hussein, and poor possession. They try to bail out there with that shot. It comes off the front iron.
I mean, looking to run the play is what every coach wants, but run the play in the play. Look for your options in the play. The defense is expecting it, but they're not expecting you to attack.
Well, they led by 4. They just up by 2 in the quarter. But as one would expect in a game of this nature, the pressure and intensity slowly dials up a notch. De Almeida. Baseline drive, Sene. Picking up the contact call, nice bit of invention. He's tried to settle for the 2 shots a little bit earlier. Now he gets inside.
And his drive to the rim, not that explosive, trying to get to the rim, but drawing the defense there in order he can make the adjustment. So very calculating attack to the rim.
4 team fouls in just over 2 minutes played. Talk about that increase in aggression by the young Lions, and you see them pushing the ball up, and the foul count speaks to it.
And they're going at the young Pharaohs, not backing down, and hence the accumulation of the fouls and looking for opportunities within their plays.
They need a score. To the Egyptians. Pass. Looked like it came off the hands of Sambe, but they're going to call a cross-court pass, no hands, no touch. So Senegal secure the turnover.
But great situational awareness there, not trying to save the ball, force an error, which would then put you at a possible disadvantage, but knowing that your teammate did not touch the ball and you retain possession.
De Almeida. Sambe trying to thought about finding Mbenge. De Almeida hangs, and that one is sent back, allowing transition opportunity, and that runner comes off the front iron. Mawafak just couldn't find the touch.
Mawafak highly capable when he does attack the rim, and as he gets down, reads the defense, looks to create the contact, and once he has, goes for the shot.
He gets that all-important free throw just to slow the scoring run here. They've only been to the free throw line twice. Well, they've shot to the free throw, at the free throw line twice in the first half. Tapped in! Wow, Ali taps the missing. That's a big putback.
And the 18 three-pointers they shot explains why they haven't been to the free throw line, shooting and settling from the outside.
Nice bit of play, and that is beautiful team basketball. Back come the young Pharaohs.
And getting out in transition is exactly where they are the most dangerous. When Senegal is sets up defense, it's tougher for them to get shots, but in the flow of the game, they find each other and they create.
And the momentum shifts completely back the other way. You see the frustration from the crowd, and now it is all Egypt as the fight back is on.
And it's making the small, intangible plays that get you the momentum, getting the charge, making the extra pass, but making it with intent is how Egypt is cut this to a 2-point game.
Sambe heads off. Bite, he comes in. Tiam out. They can tie with the score inside or go ahead on this possession. Again, the good find. Why not ride the hot hand? Ali. Hook shot. Missed. Nice bit of tenacious play. Mawafak again.
I mean, 4 jerseys going right up of him. Even De Almeida digging right there. But Mawafak knows that he's got the poles under the rim. Both his shoulders are squared. He can only go up and draw that foul.
7 rebounds for Mawafak on the floor. That's his second offensive rebound. Just a little bit of a delay as he sorts out the laces on his shoe, and he'll have the responsibility now of shooting 2 more free throws.
And with those 7 rebounds, he's already reached his game league average for the tournament. Comes in at 10.7 rebounds, so he can only go better since it's still in the 3rd quarter. And aggression from him and Asran, who's yet to show up and be as productive as Mofak, will give Egypt more than a strong fighting chance. So those two need to just step it up against this Senegalese team.
Splits the pair of free throws. Bite rather. trapped, draws the foul. 5th team foul. That means it should be shooting 2. Well aware of the game situation. And expect Senegal to really take advantage of this, as Coach Ejivon, I'm pretty sure, setting up pathways and attacks to the rim to force the Egyptians into fouls.
Force them to foul, and if it's not a foul, get a good high percentage shot up, followed by a second chance opportunity on the ball. So that's the game plan, to remain aggressive and to not shoot threes, which they actually have just shot 9 threes so far in the game.
Bite misses both. Chance to just get some comfort in terms of the scoreboard. Pressure. Hussein. Oh, tried an inventive pass, well read and picked up. Tiam. Into the half court we go. This has been quite a bit half court orientated. This team's tight, nice attack inside, and that is a foul call.
And as to your statement, Coach Ajvan drew for Bitier to go head down from that pick and just get to the rim, draw the foul, hang in the air first, draw the foul, and then score the ball. At this point, it doesn't matter what Ali does, as long as Bitier has turned that corner, is going to the rim, he's at his mercy.
Good, strong, aggressive take, but he's got to ensure that he tries to convert from the free throw line, empty the last trip. He's missed his last 3 freebies. And 1 of his last 4. It's a 2-point game now. Trying to set up for trap defense of their own here.
And that trap defense to get them out of transition, because in transition play they've made the right pass, they've made the 3-pointers, so to slow them down and force them to make decisions in the half court.
The weave, trap comes, pass comes out, risk. Foul on the ground. Bite picks up the bump for court. Third team foul for the Senegalese, and that is going to be another turnover. $19 Egyptian turnovers, a number that you got to keep an eye on. Almeida. And this all playing into the hands of Senegal. They have identified the foul situation and they're taking full advantage of it.
Full of that, spreading the floor out, giving each other time to slide in, duck in, and just be aggressive, whether it's with a drive, a post, or a backdoor cut. They're going to be aggressive and try to attack the rim as a team.
So the job really now is to make sure that the free throws actually fall in. Bengue gets that one. Two of their last 6 from the free throw line. And now there's a whistle from the table. uncertain as to what exactly has transpired. See the signal for a timeout called, and then timeout was signal. Players took a bit of a walk, and that was on the miss there from Benge at the free throw line.
And there was also a player from Egypt, Sam, sitting on the bench. So has he subbed in? Is he subbing out? Just as you mentioned, uncertainty on the floor.
Now more conversation, and I really do think that from what I could little lip read a bit, it's got to do with time as well. And see the referee's pointing at Kershaw, who is courtside. And still the table officials, they continue to have a chat about that. So what I think is actually happening is, because that timeout, technical timeout from the table came in, the rebound came off the rim, so they're just trying to ascertain how much time must be put back exactly on the clock.
Okay, no, that does make sense. Want to make sure that you're accountable and each team does have the appropriate amount of time to go on offense and play defense, and time is not wasted on the floor.
Currently,
it does work because Coach Ajivon went and drew up a play and restructured his team together. So they've got a game plan coming into this mishap, as both teams now head towards their coaches just to get their final instructions for the 2 minutes in this quarter.
all the players remain on the floor. This is a technical timeout. Table and officials, they're going to have a look to just try and figure out how much time there is going to be added back to the game. And this has been a long break, you know, when teams start to get a little bit of momentum and you just start to run, this almost has the exact same effect as a timeout call to break the momentum when you need it and a team is going on a run.
A strategic timeout, but this can be strategic for both coaches right now. Planning your X and O's, drawing up and just readjusting and realigning your team to be on the same page on executing defensively and offensively. If you're Senegal, you know you want to continue to go downhill, attack the rim, and be aggressive as the young Pharaohs are in foul trouble. And if you are Egypt, move the ball around and shoot with precision. For you are shooting at the half 44% from 3.9, 8 for 18. So remaining calm, sticking to coach's plan, and getting it done on the floor.
And just at the top of the shot, you can see the referees, or rather the crew chief there, Madruash, just taking his time to correctly add as much time as possible to the floor. So it is indeed clock issues inside the arena, and all of the time added back. saw the same kind of bugs happen a little bit in the ladies quarterfinals yesterday. And we are happy to get back to resumption of this one. Drop off, Essam. Well, he definitely had thoughts of throwing that one down, but foul comes in before he gets the chance to.
Essam had Almeida on his back with the screen and roll right now. And since Senegal is switching on every pick, he should look to slip, look to seal, and look to utilize his height, especially if he's got the height advantage over Almeida or anyone else that he can jump over and shoot over.
(39-40). It's a point game. Drive in, and Bete, he is the go-to guy today. They've got to continue to just hand him the basketball.
I mean, you can easily say the bench scoring Senegal is being led in all the game by Bete, who just has a knack for pulling that ball in the rim.
14 points, 5 of 9 from the field. Now on the defensive end, applying the pressure. Sambe in, Mbenge out. Diam on the defensive end, out to Essam. Quick ball movement, shot comes off, and that's a big time three.
And when the ball has moved like that, it has been nothing but net, especially when the shooter has time, space, and gets locked in on his target.
Shahid with that shot, Bete rather. Sambe, basket waved off. And it is illegal movement.
Illegal movement, called for a double dribble on that play. The ref was behind him, so saw him actually hold the ball and then turn around and got called for that infringement.
Shaheen might find some confidence after that three-point make. Essam, why not? Almost stepped in by Kershaw. The Lions looking. Bete, top of the key is another big bucket.
I mean, whether he's close, he's far, as long as he's in the offensive side of the floor, he's got to be productive and put points on the board.
Absolutely feeling it now. Smart play. Kershaw shot. Rattles off the middle. Nice rebound by Sambe. Diam. That was an adventurous pass. The catch and shot off the front iron, and Diam chases down. Bete can't tap in. Wow. Two near misses, but they don't get the desired outcome on that possession.
And it's second chance opportunities. They are in a zone, extended zone. So especially with the head-hunting Senegalese young Lions, they're going to come in flying to get that offensive rebound.
The young Lions of Teranga still hold a slender 2-point lead. Listen, Essam cleared out, and Diam says, I can't be called for that. But they were so close in, and both Senegalese bigs there to contest, and in the arm contact there called on Alhaji Diam.
And what they normally do, one guy stands up straight in the cylinder, forces the offensive player to adjust his shot, and the other guy will normally come over to block that shot. But in that instance, miscommunication, both players going up making it easier for the official to call.
Now 3 of 6. Omar Resam as he makes that one. Off goes Mohammed Shaheen, and has been running these rotations quite rapidly. Goes Al Gahi. De Almeida's runner. Big time poured. Pitai cleared again, and Essam will pick up a block. Listen. Wafak trying to set the screen. Essam. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Out it comes Essam, gonna have to shoot. That's great defense. The ball is blocked by Sambe. And then caught in two minds. Tiam just undecided, turns it over. You see the frustration from the crowd.
And just indecisiveness. He had the floor, looked to make the pass when he could have just held on to the ball, slowed it down, and gathered it. I mean, the frantic play on both sides is going to leave the opportunity for turnovers and mistakes we make. So you need to be aware, locked in, and make the simple play.
Well, almost 29 minutes of play, and it's only a single point that has separated these two teams. This could go down to the wire. Hussein inside. I think he was just inside that 3-point line. Long two. That comes off, though. And Diame clears.
And Hussein needs to veer away from trying to... I mean, it's a smart play to try and get the foul, but shoot the shot and allow the officials to make the call. Because that worked against them against Angola on 2 nights ago.
Out it goes as De Almeida's pass errant. And just maybe signs that the pressure is starting to crack some of the seams on the offensive end of both teams.
And Senegal opting to go full court, man to man, looking to double team, possibly press, but in essence just speed up the offense of the Young Lions.
Al-Qadani by the defense, the drop off, and the left hand shot is no good there from Moafak. The run. Hey, Sambe. Beautiful control as he hangs in that right hand. Scramble for the ball there inside, and the little baby hook just sumptuously falls in.
I mean, just especially with people around him, just to be able to finesse it with that soft touch and make it count.
And now, again, we have another instant replay call. IRS gonna have a look to see if the rim was touched before the basket went in. Gonna try and find that out.
And at this point, any advantage you can get if you are Coach Elgari, you want to establish that and question any points that goes into your rim and make sure they earn it the hard way, whether it's on the floor or on the instant replay.
Well, remember, you can engage with us, and it's hashtag Meet Africa's Future Champions and hashtag FIBA U18 AfroBasket. And the decision now Comes in from the ref. Still waiting for clarity. And the discussion continues between crew chief Imad Riosh and Yamin Tahmi of Algeria. And it's one shot, so finally we get a decision. And it was clear that there was no touch of the rim. So a chance for a three-point play.
Shot is good. It was also a nice way to ice out the player strategically and make sure he gets out of rhythm for that shot.
Final 40 seconds. The long three reins in, picked up and controlled. Diame. It's about a 3-second differential between the shot and the game clock. Three ball from Pite. Falls out of bounds. 3 seconds is what remains.
Nice play to get that final shot. Pite giving a handoff and then also coming back and shooting the ball.
4-point game. Enough time here for Egypt to just get a score if they can. Hussein. Shot on the run. Will not go in, and that's going to be the way we bring 3 fascinating quarters of knockout basketball in the FIBA U18 AfroBasket to a close. It's 43 Egypt, 47 Senegal. Strap in. We have an exciting fourth quarter to come. Fourth and final quarter, just over 10 seconds away before resumption, and we have seen some breaks in play as referees try to get this right, because it's been a tightly contested one. Every decision, not only from the players but from the officials, absolutely matters. There is the matter of the semi-final place at stake from 2 countries that are looking to advance and stake a claim to become the African champion, also pick up a spot in the FIBA U19 World Cup. Set to take place in Switzerland.
And it's just pure competition, pure execution at this point. You do not want to make mistakes. Crisp passes, proper passes, and make sure that the ball is taken care of.
6 times the lead has changed. We've been tied 3 times. Sambe spins, and Nadal looks worse for wear. Contact there. 10 Sambe points. The turn, elbow inadvertent as it hits the top there of Nadal's head. 5-second count in effect. They really did start the third quarter well, though. A nice energy from Senegal. Petray, there's a block. Wilson feeds out. Back out it comes Nadal on the catch and shoot, and that one looked like it was on line. Rebound, though, picked up by somebody.
And you can see that they're using the 3-ball as they attack, whereas the trees, the shot blockers inside are just discouraging any shot unless you are Ale or Mofak, who can get an easier shot, but everyone else is settling for the outside shots, and it needs to start falling for the young Lions.
"29 threes, that's what they've taken. They've made 10 of them. It's above their average. It was keeping towards their style of play, the young Pharaohs.
And they shoot them best in transition, or when the zone or the man-to-man defense is scrambling for Senegal.
Al Halawani on the pressure. Bite. Tiam. Tiam is trying to hook that one in. Now there's a battle for the ball on the floor, and the jump ball is signaled.
And both guys quick to get on the floor. You can see that there's a lot at stake for this game, and it's just no one is allowing a ball to get picked up, but competing for any loose ball.
But the man who really started the run for Egypt in the first half, Risk, is back in. Nadal. It's pressure time. Essam. Risk. Running through the set. That's well read there. Diame gets a touch. 5 seconds left on the shot clock.
And I guess that's where Hassan is at his best, when he has the ball, because you know he's running the play, but also looking to attack. The rest of the young Lions are just running the play, not looking for any opportunities, making it very easy for Senegal to read and anticipate, because they are projecting all calls.
Again from a super long range, almost unnecessarily long, comes off the back iron. Seen him attempt more than a couple of those unsuccessfully. Bite steps through. Essam drawn into the contact, however, the travel comes before.
I mean, happy feet, not a happy result in the game that we love called basketball. You are most likely going to be called for a travel.
Still scoreless in the first 2 minutes of this fourth quarter. Nadal. Risk. Lots of ball pressure. That pass telegraphed. Bite in transition. He hangs and hits. Again, defense to offense from Bite.
I mean, just the knowledge and situational awareness whenever he puts the ball down, to be looking for his teammates' options or where the defense is moving, making it easy for him to glide and get the points.
Sheikh Bite, 18 points. Risk shot. Boissy. Tiam. Assessing his options here. And they find another touch for Bite as the shot clock starts to wind down. Actively looking to try and find the hard hand, actively trying to go to the guy who's been giving them the best outcomes on the offensive end.
And Bite productive offensively and defensively. And what I like about his attack on the rim, he reads the floor first and then looks to attack the gaps to create the help to respond to him and then get the ball to his teammates. if not just score a basket. He does make it look that simple.
He averages 4 steals a game. He's got 4 steals in this one. Bite Benge keeps the possession alive. They've got to go quickly. That one comes off the front iron. Now a hard fall. And that Ali gets right over the body of Sambe. And it comes off Sambe. Hard-fought game. The fake into the shot, and that is Ali, an important 3.
Highly capable of hitting those. That will draw out the defense, make them play out, and free up space in the paint for the driving kicks and opportunities.
Benge, 3. Rattles off the middle. Wilson trying to get before the defense sets up, finds Nadal. Nadal shot. Shaheen able to control. Not really looking for his offenses, Hussein. Just trying to play make. Find shooters in their spots. Nothing but net. Big time 3 ball.
And hand down, man down. And that means shot is definitely going to go down, especially if you do not contest with the shooter.
Al Halawali ties this one up at 49 apiece. Now some pressure transferred onto the young Lions of Teranga, the runner. Loose shot, loose ball into the hands of Nadal. He gets it back. Thought about the shot. Drives in nicely, he hangs. Can't find the finish. Still Egyptian basketball. Quick fire pass to the baseline on the corner there. The tap in is missed on the follow from Ali.
And box out, second chance opportunities, both teams just getting those all the time.
Nice work going behind the back as he drives in. Dazzling dribbling, and the foul is drawn. Jake Bite having one of his best games right now.
I mean, just reading, scanning the floor. The ball in his hand is the same as the ball in Hassan's hand. They're gonna make good decisions, but even so for Bite, because he's just on a roll and he's just following his own momentum at this side.
The only area he has struggled is the free throw line. 2 of 6 on their make.
But with his situational awareness, knowing that these actually count, it's the 4th quarter, there's no more minutes in this game, unless it goes to overtime, of course. But at this point, we do not know that.
49-51. 5 minutes left. Shot blocked. El Halawali's shot sent away. They have the opportunity in transition. Quickly to Mbenge. Travel call.
I mean,
Just some hesitation.
And the excitement of getting out in the paint, getting running on the open floor will work against you, especially if you're not composed.
Tension and pressure. Score pressure. Time pressure. All starts to build. Hussein on the pick and roll into the path of that man Ali. It rattles off. Falling to the floor. Bite. In he goes. Gets it right back and he gets the score. He will not be denied.
Second chance opportunities, aggression, composure. Bite showing off all his skill set and his tool bag today.
Nadal. Short. Has found a couple of wide open looks and has not been able to convert, but Bite inside, and that's again enough defense there to force the shot up and under. Comes off the bottom of the backboard. Egypt ball. Oh, last touch and block. Must have come off the hands of Ali. Kwasi. Now Bossy. His floater. Short. Benge! Bangs one home.
Throws it down. Offensive rebounds. Everyone's just crashing the ball. While you're looking out for Whittier, Benge comes in and just rocks the rim.
49-55. From the baseline banger, Mbenge gives Senegal a 6-point lead. We have 3:42 left in this fourth and final quarter. Timeout called on the floor. $55-49 is how it currently stands. There's 3:42 left in this fourth and final quarter. Egypt, they need a score. Liddell. The long range shot comes from Shaheen, rattles off, found some space, found some time, but couldn't make the connection work.
And they're looking, giving up good shots for better shots and more precise. Still settling to go inside the paint.
Benge. He shorts the shot. Again, good defense by Ali to force that miss. 3 minutes, 6-point game. Senegal still hold. Hussein, in he goes, kicks out. Time and space, Mawafak shot.
And that corner three has been productive for the corner. So Hussein knows his teammates are there, and they just need to start knocking it down.
Drive by and floats the layup in. It's a beautiful bit of athleticism. Faba.
Might as well roll out a red carpet. No defense. Ushered him to the basket and just cannot be allowed at this point in the game.
The largest lead of this fourth quarter. There's the drive in, and they need to find something on the offensive end. And Shaheen stops the clock and also gets an opportunity here for Egypt. Now you see the little huddle from their floor leader, Hussein. He's trying to have a chat with 5 players that are on the floor.
It's all about getting back on defense, stopping the transition, and no easy shots, because they're not making it easy for them to score on the offensive side. So we can disallow uncontested shots, especially in transition.
They've been scoreless for the last 2 minutes. It's 49-57. Second one falls. 7-point game. Faba resets into the hands of Boissy. Now Boissy pressured by Shaheen. Going to be the fourth Egyptian foul.
Egypt trying a full court press, increase the intensity, and try to get Senegal to make a mistake while playing at a tempo they have not been playing. But they're looking to rush the whole game, so you're actually allowing them to play the game they want.
7 points the difference. It's 2 minutes. Boissy, he hangs it. Sambe tried to assault the rim upstairs, and the contact call comes in. Risk. There to challenge that high dunk attempt from Sambe. Ten points he's given his team today. He misses that free throw.
And it's all about his inside presence, his rebounds, second chance opportunities, and just making it difficult for Egypt on the other side of the floor.
Second shot falls. Back to 8 points. 2 minutes left. Wilson kicks to the corner. The follow is third chance opportunity. Rattles out, back it comes out. Now Shaheen. There's a lid on the rim right now for Egypt. And Hussein taps that one out. And a couple of second chance opportunities, 2 3-point attempts, but they don't come away with the score in that possession.
Defensive rebound by Sambe. Needs to be a little bit more tenacious in getting the ball because Egypt is stacking the pressure on.
That pressure pays off. They get another possession. We're into the final 93 seconds. 1:33 left. It's 50 to Egypt, 58 to Senegal. Passes out, risk, hits. Man, he has been in line and online, and he gets another 3 ball.
And all they need to do is see one go in and give them confidence, and their aggression will pick up. Another turnover as the ball is coughed up.
The hold foul is called. It's an intentional foul. Now, this is a big moment. 53-58 risk. 18 points as he makes that 3. Now, slow to rise up. Hussein on the ground. And that was some high pressure shooting. And at this point, you got to kind of run risk of double or triple screens and see if you can't get him an open look.
I mean, if not that, continue to get the offensive rebounds and throw the ball to him and make his shooting practice, because Senegal is not boxing out, is not going after that defensive rebound, and risk is able to warm his hand up and hit that shot.
53-58. .115 left. That would have taken it back within 3. They still have possession of the basketball though.
And the importance of free throws displayed right now. You need them, especially when the game is closing down, time is winding down. You need any shot you can get, especially uncontested.
Hussein fakes, he'll rise up. That one comes off, nice big time board. Second chance points have just not fallen. They've done such hard work picking up the boards, but the close range shots just fallen short.
And it's just about converting the shots that they get the second time around, but the aggression is there. It's just the precision in converting shots into points.
Frustration. Ali knows what that miss means. It's the 5th team foul.
And he needs to be informed that he cannot guard on the free throw line. The frustration, not happy, and it's too early to put your head down. Ali, you need to be optimistic, be on the floor. The next shot is going in, and keep your mind positive. Body language is essential.
Shooter's mentality explained in a couple of sentences right there. Now, Sambe. Five fouls called. And that's going to be a huge moment here. Sin. Off the floor he goes. There's contestation coming in from the players. Not gonna help. The foul count at the table says that it is 5, and that is the end of the evening. The final minute left. Your primary ball handler has got to leave the floor.
Primary ball handler, calm initiator, creator, and just I'd say that the tip of the spear for the young Lions.
Well, they changed it up.
Wow.
Never seen that happen, and the foul now given to Risk.
Could it be that the official miscommunicated the right player, and it was captured wrong? But I guess only they will know.
Scary moment for Egypt and their bench, nonetheless. Sambe.
Well,
he gets the second one to fall. Crazy turn of events. As if we need any more drama in this must-win affair. Risk fires, and that one so narrowly just bounces out.
and the shooter, creator, scorer still on the floor, makes the pass, and it's all about precision and making the opportunities you have, because they are getting the shots, but they're not just making the shots.
The foul is called on the three-point shot. He has 3 big free throws. Anas Risk, 18 points, his first trip to the free throw line. .57 seconds remain. Six made threes, 9 attempts. Second free throw is good. Cool, calm, and composed right now. Third free throw falls in. 2-point game. And this is going to be interesting. Got to watch the referee now. It's Risk. And both Risk and Hassan on 4 fouls apiece, so he's going to foul out.
And the shooter, the go-to guy, the spotter and the shooter. Now the shooter's out, but you still have a sit on the floor, and it's a tough loss for the young Lions. Or the young Pharaohs, rather.
He's got to go, reluctantly so. Nadal, he comes on the floor. You feel the frustration, and you see how much it means to Anas Risk to be there. Bitier. Pressure free throws of his own, he misses one. 3-point game. Behind the back goes Hussein. He'll pull up under pressure. Fires long. Big board by Mbenge. Almeida pressured again. The foul from Nadal. So it looks as if they're going to make Senegal go and earn these from the free throw line.
Earn them from the free throw line. They're not that good, that comfortable from shooting. And Almeida yet to step up on the free throw line. This will be his first trip.
Needs to hold his nerve. Tidiane Almeida. Shooter's roll. Comes the 2-possession game. And just as cool and calm is Almeida as he makes the shot. 41 seconds, 5 points the differential, and we've got a timeout on the floor. Senegal hold the strategic advantage in this final 41 seconds. Egypt have to come up with something special. Well, it is a possibility, especially with the players they have on the floor. Nadal will shoot, and another foul at the three-point line, and these are critical errors coming in from the Senegalese defense.
Almeida, you do not go at a shooter, his body, you go at at his hands and not his feet. And there, a silly foul, especially in the final or the last 40 seconds of the game. You want the pressure to be on them and not on you.
So the pressure shifts to Nadal. Misses one. The second comes off the back iron. He at least gets the one of threes to keep it at a 4-point game. Quick foul again. Quickly trying to bring a stop on the clock. The onus really is here on Senegal to continue to make free throws. They make free throws, and Egypt have got to make plays on the other end, and they've got to be 3-point plays.
Senegal make free throws and do not foul shooters, especially if they're shooting, because that's a chance, a potential 4-point play should he make the 3-pointer. So calm minds must prevail, and execution on both ends of the floor by both teams is key.
Almeida holds his nerve. Gets a second. Still, strategic advantage with Senegal. Sidestep three. Fired hard. Foul has to come again, and they foul Almeida, and Almeida will get another chance back at the free throw line.
And he is the man you want on the free throw line. High conversion rate, confident, calm, and the wrong person to foul or to get the the ball in the hands of if you are Egypt.
20 of 31, none of that matters. To the end, Almeida makes the free throw, his third consecutive make. Holding his nerve. And the fourth free throw falls in and it brings the timeout. 19 seconds, you see it on your screens. It's an 8-point Senegal lead. This is a big play in the context of the game. Hussein front irons the shot, the catch and shoot off the rim, it comes. And now hope is starting to fade for the young Pharaohs.
The fight's still there, engaged. And Almeida, as Senegal looks to have him collect the ball and bring it up, as he has been consistent and deadly from the free throw line.
Perfect from the free throw line so far. He's made all 6 of his free throws for his 6 points in this game. And he's found some rhythm, some consistency. Needs to continue to do that. Can make this almost an unassailable lead with 14 seconds left. Super composed as he makes that one, no doubt in his mind. And now, I think has iced this one. Hussein. And Egypt. Finally, the shot falls from Nadal. Gets it back, he'll turn, fire for the final shot of the game, but it all comes to an end. And the Pharaohs' quest to be at the top of Africa will come to an end, and it's the Lions of Teranga who will advance to the semifinals. They pick up the third semifinal spot here at Rembrandt Hall in Pretoria. What a great outcome for Senegal as they put one over the defending champions and now take a step closer to the dream of picking up their first win in a year in this FIBA U18 AfroBasket. Solid game from Cheikh Betier, 23 points he had and 8 rebounds. De Almeida's 8 free throws down the stretch under pressure will always receive favorable mention. But for Kodum Benge, Yakia Diop, Diakame, and Cheikh Betier, it is a victory that will resonate from the southernmost tip of South Africa to the westernmost tip of the continent as Senegal pick up an all-important win. The semi-finals are now 75% booked. We have one more game left. But it's celebrations and commiserations for the Egyptians, and they will head into the classification part of the tournament. Congratulations all around. And joy for Sir P. Denisio Ajavon as Senegal come away with an all-important win. Full time sees Senegal with the victory, 68 to the 61 of the Egyptians.